Hello, this is Claudia Jahn. Christmas is approaching, and outside it's getting colder and darker, at least here in Germany. And for us, it is a time to look more inside, also a time of fasting and to let go. And I would like to take you with me on a journey to look inside what is no longer serving you, to let go of old beliefs, of old pictures you have of yourself, to let go of stories you tell yourself. We often have stories that we took in, like from our family. There is a family system, a family pattern. Who are you in this pattern? And about what you experienced in school. Perhaps you have been embarrassed sometimes, and this is something that you took in, and you think this is you, but it's only a few experiences, and it's a belief you have about yourself, and these beliefs can be changed. So I want to invite you to try it out with me, to approach it in a playful way, to see, okay, what is no longer serving me, and can I let go of this belief and open up doors to something new experiences can only come in when we make space. So let's clear some old stuff, let go of things that no longer serve us, and open doors. And let's start tapping. Let's do a little energy routine, a tapping routine. And when we let go, magical things happen. Sometimes we have the impression that we have no control about the outer world, what's happening there. And I made the experience that when I changed my energy patterns, my energy system, that something happens that I couldn't have make happen, but it just happens. And I want to tell you a little story. I grew up with no classical music. My mother listened to Schlager. This is like basic, very easy music. And in my teenage years and my late teenage years, I learned about classical music, and I learned to love it. And I really loved opera, and I still do. And a few years I lived in Munich, and close to the Staatsoper, to the big opera house. And they have really good singers, world-class singers. And I started going there, and I went there every week. And I had a standing place, so no seat, but standing. It was 10 marks at this time, so less than $10. So, and I loved going there, and I watched everything, really every week, and I loved it. And I thought, oh, how would it feel to sing in this opera? And I'm not a singer, and I'm not trained, and I always thought of myself, I cannot sing. In school, when you had to sing in front of the class, it was so embarrassing. And I felt when I sing with others, as a kid, it always felt wrong. I thought, this is weird how I am singing. So I never thought of myself as a singer, but I had this dream. And I think when we have something on our heart that we want, that we dream of, that we love, we wish we could do, it must be possible, because otherwise it would be torture if you have like a, a feeling towards something. You want to go somewhere and it's not possible. This would be cruel. So I think there must be a possibility, and it's about opening up to the possibility and to allow ourselves that it is possible for us. So I always thought, oh, it must be great to stand on an opera stage to sing this sort of music. And Yeah, there were choruses in Munich, but I never took an effort. I never took a step to go there to yeah, to take a step towards my goal. I just didn't feel like I'm this person. And then years later, I had my daughters, and we moved to another city. And there, in the church, they said the church chorus is looking for new people. And I said, okay, this sounds nice. They focus on having fun singing. It can't be so difficult to sing these church songs. And so I went there, and it was really fun. And the first evening, she put me, the leader, chorus leader, put me into the alt, and then after a few minutes she said, no, go there and go to the sopranos. And it felt like really coming home. It felt so familiar. And then I realized, oh, I'm a soprano. So and the women around me, they listen, or they sound like me. They sound like me. So it was really familiar, and it was just beautiful, and it felt so good. And really coming home, I said, oh, this is how it's supposed to be. So you have to find the right people to join in, so it's familiar. And I loved singing in the church chorus. And then one day, a few years later, so I was quite used to singing, and a colleague from the chorus said, I know someone who sings in an opera chorus. And it's a lay chorus. They're not trained opera singers. They're really lay people, but they perform operas. And I watched one of their performances, or two of them, and it was really nice. And they play operas that are not really known to the public, that are not played in an opera house. She said, they have a piece they want to perform, and they need a bigger chorus for that, not only the usual people, and they're looking for new people. Would you like to join? And I said, yes, of course, of course. And so here I am, just Claudia, with no singing training, with no experience, and I sing in an opera chorus. And it was such a great experience, to be with these people, to connect with the music, we were trained by professionals, and to learn how do they prepare for the opera, how do they train, and to be on stage with them, and to stand next to the opera singers. The solos were real opera singers, trained opera singers, and to stand there side by side and be a part of this. And then we really went on stage. It's a concert room here in Rosenheim, in front of a few hundred people. And it was such fun. And I thought, wow, here I am, just Claudia. And it just happened to me. And I didn't intend to do it. And I sometimes feel like when I open up to new possibilities, then things happen. There are possibilities, and I think often we don't see them, we don't reach them, because we don't allow ourselves to see them. And let's do some tapping on this. Do you have a dream, something you would like to achieve? Perhaps it's building a business, perhaps it's singing somewhere, perhaps it's traveling, perhaps it's starting something, learning a new language. Think about, what would you like to do? And what do you think, yeah, it's not possible for me? Tune in, and let's see if we can change something around this. Even though I don't think my dream can come true, I allow myself to see a possibility. I allow myself to change this belief. I allow myself to open up to a new version of me. Even though my dream feels too big, And I have no idea how I could reach this dream. What are the steps towards this dream? I have no idea. And I allow myself to be supported by the universe, by the spirit world, by whoever you believe in. I allow myself to be supported. And I allow myself to see a possibility. If it's possible for Claudia, for just Claudia, it could be possible for me. Even though my dream seems too big, and no one in my family ever reached their dream, ever lived their dream, or other members of the family, they lived their dream, but it was never me. It's not for me. I allow myself a new perspective. I open up to the possibility that it is possible for me to reach my dream, to make my dream come true. I allow myself. I deserve it. I'm worthy of living my dream. Oh, that's not possible for me. I cannot imagine myself living my dream. I cannot imagine myself living my dream. Yeah, well, if I can't imagine it, there is no option, there is no possibility. But what if I connect to my dream? To a future version of me that is already there? How would it feel like? How would my life change? There is a version of me where it's possible to live my dream. And I would have to let go of some beliefs I have about myself. I'm not good enough. I'm not trained enough. That's not for me, only for others. I'm not good enough. I'm too old. I'm not smart enough. I don't know how to make my dream come true. And I allow myself to be supported. I allow myself that things might happen. There are stories of people. They live their dreams. And I can't imagine how this could be possible. But I open up to the possibility. I let go of beliefs I have about myself, about the pictures, how I see myself. I saw myself as I'm not a singer. I cannot sing. And then I just played with it. And I said, okay, I'll try. I'll go there. I'll join. Perhaps it's just fun. And then I gained self-confidence in this church chorus. And they told me, I heard, oh, we're happy that you sing with us. You have this beautiful voice. And I'm like a youngster in this church chorus. They're much older than me. So I'm the one who gets the high tones, and many of the older singers, they no longer get the really high tones. So I'm happy that you're here, and you know your stuff, you know the notes, you know the songs, and sometimes the older ones, they are unsure and they're happy. If you go, we go with you. So I gained confidence. And of course, with the opera course, I had to do a lot of training, and I even took some singing lessons to help me with certain complicated songs. I had to put something in, and it was worth it. Of course, you have to do. You cannot just sit and wait till something rains down on you. We have a fairy tale in Germany. It's Sterntaler, where a girl gives away everything she has, and then she has nothing left. And then the stars, they fall down from the sky and they fall in her lap, and they are gold nuggets. And this is a beautiful picture that you let go, and then you make space, you open up to something new, and then the magic can happen. If you're full of your thoughts and you live in your box and you tell yourself this is how the world is, then you don't give space for anything else. So allow yourself to approach this Christmas and let go of everything that wants to go, perhaps something really wants to go, and of beliefs that no longer serve you, and allow yourself to make space to the magic of Christmas. New experiences. And a new year is approaching. So what would you like to experience in the new year? Imagine if you start today, if you start tapping with me, what could change and how would you prepare for the next year, for your goals for the next year? Start today. Start today. Start tapping with me. And let's see what we can change till Christmas, so the magic of Christmas can really work for you. I'm happy you tapped with me. Until next time, bye-bye. Have a nice day. See you.